Hi, welcome to row 11 of the Naughty Knitwits. Thanks for coming back and joining us for some knitting time. And if you're new to us, thanks for checking us out. We hope we don't scare you away.
I feel like we should have disclaimers when we have new watchers.
Watch at your own risk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's just a given. Maybe I should put that on our YouTube, banner.
The blurb.
Might not be good for your health. Check with your doctor before watching.
We are not responsible for any damages that you incur
Mental
watching us.
or physical.
And also, don't try this at home. Whatever we do. I mean, this part, fine, but other things, maybe not.
Yeah.
We should come with a warning label.
Yes,
should.
absolutely.
Watch at your own risk.
Yep. So there you've been fairly warned. And pass it on.
Yeah.
So anyway, welcome back. We hope you had a great Thanksgiving. And
If you're in the States.
right, that's true. I mean,
We have a lot of international
we do have
viewers,
international
so-
viewers. But I still hope that Thursday, the whatever day of November it was a really good day for you.
And that you ate good food.
And that you were thankful for things. Yeah, so there you go.
Yep.
Yep, almost Christmas time to decorate for Christmas, if you do that. And if you don't, then whatever. You're missing out on some Santa Claus and snowmen and reindeer. Gotta love the reindeer. I do. I love... I tried to get Tony, my grandson, to watch Frosty the Snowman yesterday, and he would not do it. And I know. I was so bummed.
Was he scared of it?
My kids
or-
don't care for it either.
He just wanted to go play,
Oh,
which
well,
is
yeah,
fine.
it's
But,
good.
I wanted to sit on the couch.
He wasn't with your plan and sitting in one spot.
Right,
quietly.
no, that was not.
I wasn't down with that.
No, wasn't down with that.
Darn
so.
kids.
Kids need to watch more TV. You know?
Right, I know. He's just not
What's up
into it
with this
anymore.
Going outside
Oh,
and
When my
playing.
kids were little, they didn't like the traditional Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty.
forced
They
my
didn't
kids.
like
too.
any of those.
I don't. Yeah, them liking it. I'm not really sure how to answer that. They watched it.
I'm the parent, gosh
That's
darn
right.
it. You're gonna
And I wanted to watch it.
You are having fun, darn it.
I still get bitter feedback about how I wouldn't let
funny.
them watch SpongeBob, and I wouldn't let them. No. It was like, I'm not going to go that crazy for you.
It wasn't allowed in my house.
No.
Mine either.
I'm already.
Our
yeah.
channel right now is almost permanently on Hallmark Channel. I think I've watched almost all the new Hallmark. My kids think it's goofy and
It is.
they don't like it, but I'm like, you know what? There's no bad language. There's
it
no
makes you
inappropriate stuff going on. It's you can have it on no matter what person comes to your house. It's appropriate. So I'm like,
Well, I'm not
nice.
going to give any spoilers, but I'm just going to say I appreciated the last episode of Walking Dead. It made me feel better about
Yes.
some stuff. So.
Oh, okay. I haven't caught up. I'm like a season or two behind,
Yeah.
but
wow.
yeah, my solution to all of that, we just don't have cable. We don't watch regular TV.
We need to get rid of cable. It's just ridiculously expensive for what you get.
We watch Discovery and that's it. And I feel like I pay
Discovery.
for everything else, but
Right.
yet all I watch
Yeah.
is Discovery
Right.
and Hallmark Channel.
Yeah,
There's-
for us it was like Food Network.
Yeah.
We're not paying that much for
No.
Food Network.
Yeah.
There's stuff that, we end up watching, but seriously, when I'm just by myself, which is most nights because my husband works at night, I listen to my book
Yep.
on Audible. I
Or
prefer
podcasts.
that. Yeah, or
Right.
podcasts.
I always
So,
have a
Yeah,
podcast.
there's so many other forms of entertainment that I haven't really missed TV at
Yeah.
all. And what I do actually want to watch, I watch on the computer.
Yeah.
and that could be an
So-
extra $100 a month for yarn.
That's right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now you're talking.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
Speaking of yarn.
Priorities here.
Speaking of yarn.
Speaking of yarn.
This is a knitting podcast.
But it's also
somewhat.
a knitting circle.
Yes.
And so, I hope you're knitting or whatever you do. And we're all knitting, pretty much.
And I'm trying not to stab myself.
I know they are sharp.
I had nothing to knit on today, so Michelle nicely let me knit on a pair of her socks. But these
I have to, in the interest of full disclosure, it wasn't that nice because these are like my total, I'll never work on those socks again things,
But it's very nice of her. But these are collage needles. I don't know if anybody has knit with them. I never have. But they are sharper than I don't even know.
Yeah,
There's
they're
a
the,
reason why I'm sitting over here.
Oh
they're
my
the
goodness.
collage, like square ones or whatever. I don't know if
Yes.
you can even tell, they're so tiny, but
But they are the sharpest things ever, and I keep poking myself. So I'm trying.
I have
not to-
signatures you can put them on if you'd rather do that.
Well, I like how it's like a love hate thing because I kind of like how sharp they are. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't.
No, I do too.
But
I
yeah,
like
at
sharp
the same
needles.
time, they're They're
At
really
least they're
sharp.
red, so when you draw blood, it'll blend in.
Exactly, and they're very Christmassy looking. So
Yeah, right. It's
Yeah.
nice that we can coordinate our needles with our holidays.
'Cause that's what we think about.
Yeah.
So it's been 3 weeks since our last podcast. We probably have a few new
Right.
things in our project bag. So what's
Maybe
everybody working
so.
on?
Yeah, and we did have to. We just moved it so we wouldn't be on a record date the day after Christmas. So because that is Boxing Day, and we want to be able to celebrate Boxing Day appropriately.
Seriously.
So
Are you joking?
Yeah, that's
or are you
why.
serious?
I don't watch boxing.
Okay, I don't
No.
either. I was like, really? I didn't know you watched.
You know
boxing.
not to take most of what I say serious.
That's true.
Yeah. So yeah, you've got those, but when you're not working on those,
I'm knitting on my featherweight cardigan, and I just borrowed size 5 double points from Michelle.
she's not even getting our names right
I
anymore.
know.
We're the M's.
The M's.
M&M. That works.
So I bound off
Not
the bottom.
not Slim Shady M&M.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, my daughter loves M&M.
Squirrel.
Yes. So now I need to do I'm gonna do my sleeves, and then I will pick up and knit around for the collar, and
Yeah. So you've really gone. You went to
You're rocking
town on
on that
that.
yeah.
Did you add any length onto that one?
I did,
Okay.
yes, because I kept putting it on, or at least holding it up to me to try to see how long I wanted it, and yeah, and it'll grow a tiny bit. It should, but
Oh,
yeah,
once it's blocked.
yeah, once it's washed and blocked.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be good. It won't be as long as my other cardigan, but that's fine. I finally washed my other cardigan the other day for the first time since I'd washed and blocked it, and it was funny because I didn't know how to. I don't want to have to like block it out every single time I wash it because it's kind of a pain.
Mm-hmm.
And so I like draped it over a chair and it grew.
Oh, no.
But it was cool.
Oh,
I was
good.
like, what other sweater do you have that you can really just like stretch it out if you want long sleeves and you want to roll them up? I don't know. It's kind of
All in
cool.
how
You
you
don't
dry
like
it.
it, then you just
Yeah,
wash it
it
again.
and maybe yeah. So I don't know. It's been kind of fun to.
I wonder if that would work with my cowl that I was working on the Seattle trip with, because it seems like it's just now this big, huge thing. And I was wondering if I washed it and then didn't block it way out, if it would kind of shrink it down. I've been meaning
Definitely.
to try that. Oh, I'm going to do
Oh
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a stack of things I need to wash by hand.
Well, that's the thing. I held off as long as I could to washing it. I tried always wearing a shirt under it, and my daughters both wore it several times.
Let's
so-
get this as dirty as we can before we wash it. Do you do that with other articles of
No.
clothing? Oh, good.
But I was
I
like,
don't want to know.
But the thing is, I don't want to have to try to, I kept thinking about blocking it again. I was like, I don't want to have to block it and have it days of drying.
Yeah,
And
right.
So I just held off. And so anyway, that's on the needles. And then, yeah, something else is almost off the needles. But yeah,
Okay.
we won't talk about it.
So we moving on now?
It's a
to
bad-
the next
It's
person?
still a
Yes.
little painful, so we'll talk about
well,
it
that's
Yeah.
something
another
else.
time.
Something else that's painful too.
We'll have a
But,
moment of
yeah,
silence.
We're gonna have a moment. Yeah, it's in the timeout. So
I'm working
Go for
on
it.
my Six of Swords right now as we speak, but it's not, it's just what I knit on when I'm doing mindless stuff. I'm not knitting on my socks because I wanted to be able to see what I was doing.
important.
Oh, right. So but I am still working on collie wobbles and my mustache yarn vanilla sock that I'll feel like a pimp with a couple hose here.
Nice.
Because I haven't finished the other ones yet. So I don't know if that really counts as a weaving in the ends or if it's still a
half off-
project.
half-
Right. So
It's subjective. If
Yeah.
you want to own it, it's a finished thing. I mean, if it
Yeah.
was
It's a pair
for
of
an
socks
amputee
right
and
it
here.
you're gonna-
totally is a pair of
It's a pair of
socks right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah.
So,
They are a pair of socks together.
There you
And
go.
there are people that like to wear mismatched socks. That's just what they do. So really, are you that person?
No, I am
no,
so
it's
not
JJ.
that person.
Why did I ask that? It's JJ from the Traveling You. And so I cast on the bobble hat that I'm not going to pull it out now because Leslie has it to show. And I've just done the rim on that, so I'll be getting going on the color work part of it. So that's one of my, let's look. Oh, and my off kilter. I'm gonna own it right now. No, it's kind of a little bit of a frog.
frog.
I haven't decided
put
how
half
much.
of his body on the
Yeah.
couch. It's a half.
That's how I feel about that. So I was knitting on the off kilter, and it has 10 rows of garter stitch where you alternate between your two colors. And so I was doing that, and there are a lot of stitches here. I know you can't appreciate it. You can because you're a knitter and but that is a lot of stitches, like probably 300 or 400. And so
Not like my Viajon.
oh, I know, Bush. So the first part of when I was doing it, it was all golden. Everything was fine. I was doing what I was supposed to do. This is one of those patterns that I have not printed out, so I just have it on my laptop. Well, I was fighting with a sock, I think, the other day. I don't remember what that deal was. Anyway, it was a fight, and so I decided to set it aside and work on Mr. Off Kilter here. Picked it up, and I just, I'm rocking. I'm almost done with the garter part, and I'm really happy because then I get to move on to the next part. And I look at it, and I'm like, this looks different. Why is that stockinette? Well, because when you're knitting in the round, you don't get to just keep knitting. You have to knit and purl. So I have half my garter in garter and then the other half in stockinette. But I can't bring myself to rip it all out.
What's the big deal?
Right, so that's what I was going to say is, you know what, as long as I maintain that through the other parts of the pattern, I'm thinking I'm just going to go with it because it's it's one of those patterns that I don't think it's going to matter that much.
You have more than an inch of garter stitch there, so you have an edging that's not going to curl. It's at a looser gauge. I say go with it.
Yay. Then.
All right, then.
Was that the answer that you wanted?
Yeah. Throw the frog
Yes, that
throw
is the
frog
answer
away.
I wanted. I don't know if any of you noticed that. I was definitely digging for a specific answer there. Okay, good. I can work on it again. Because I'd come to that conclusion, but then it was like, I don't want to knit on it anymore in case I realize that was the wrong decision.
Right.
So now I can do it again.
Yeah, you don't want to get too far and then go, oh crap.
I really shouldn't do this, yes. So, okay, good. So that's that. So those are my project bag items.
Nice.
Wow.
On to you, Missa Mite.
Missa is okay. Missy is not.
Okay.
I wouldn't call you Missy. I don't like that.
I'm not a Missy.
No.
Definitely not.
But now I know how to get under your skin.
Ooh.
Like I haven't already found a few ways. But just to add to my many little...
I don't advise
Tricks
it.
in the bag.
It's not recommended. There's a rule that my family has learned that unless you knew me when I was 2 and are biologically related to me, you may not call me Missy.
I could have known you when you were 2, but I didn't.
No. No.
How's that for profound insight? Go on.
Okay. Anyway, I am working on my second Stacy Stalker Harry Potter house cup sock. So first one is done. I should probably go ahead and show you that.
Pull out your hoe.
That's right.
So
Cute.
one sock done. So I have discovered that actually a 50-gram ball of yarn, because this is one of Stacy's OCD skeins, actually will make me a knee-high sock.
I was going to say, you really,
That's a big
that's a
one,
long...
That's because I just wanted to keep on trucking with this and make the most of the yarn. So I started this toe up using my normal 2.25 millimeter needle. Went toe up and added in some calf increases and things like that. And when I got to about here, I went back and with the other end of the ball of yarn went back and put in an afterthought heel.
Oh, okay.
Slipped that in, and then I finished it up so I could go and use the whole skein of yarn. So
Nice.
those actually come to like with right here within like an
Cool.
inch of my kneecap
Nice.
on there. So one sock is all done, and I don't count it as an FO until both socks are done. But so there's a toe of the second sock. So those are kind of fun to keep on trucking along. I am also working on a featherweight, but I'm more
Oh my gosh, I love your
featherweight-ish. So this is the Yoth Mother in 3 different colors, sea salt, caviar,
too.
and Saba.
Those are looking so fabulous.
Don't they look nice together?
So
I'm
pretty.
really pleased with it.
Wow.
And I love the yarn. It has this fabulous stretch and elasticity. It's like knitting almost like with a rubber band. It is so much
Love it.
fun to actually work on. It's just really, really soothing. This is a heavily modified featherweight, so featherweight-ish in that I am striping it, which is also not in the pattern. I am adding neckline increases, so it'll have more closure, so I'm adding kind of like a V-neck to it. And then I think as soon as I break off for the arms, I'm going to start working in the round and then steek the front, so I don't have to do all the purling for a stockinette stitch.
That'll be fun to watch you do.
Yep, I love steeking.
Want to do it live on the podcast?
We can record a little bit of it, but it might be a little tedious to watch me steek a whole sweater on the podcast. I'm probably going to add some length and lengthen to the body and lengthen the sleeves and stuff. So it's in the style of featherweight, but really pretty heavily modified in that I kind of glanced at the first few rows of the pattern and just kind of did my own thing anyway. So that is my featherweight-ish. And then I started another new sweater.
Oh yeah, because remember our last episode, she had the
3 sweaters worth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought a little bit of yarn last episode. I was slightly better behaved.
I'll
this
totally
week.
take the Yoth one.
Yeah.
No, you
We'll
like
fight
this
over
one.
it.
No,
Okay.
look, that's
But I
totally
like
your
both-
colors.
But I like the other one too.
But
We'll share 'em.
those aren't my colors.
These aren't Michelle colors. These are more Leslie colors, but this is going to get darker and darker in gradient as it goes. So this is Crazy Stripes by Atelier Alpha, and I am working in Victory Fingering from Knitted Wit, and this is the peanut brittle colorway, and then I'm using a gradient of 6 different greens, so I'm working lightest to darkest as I move my way down the body of the sweater. And I have to say, this type of knitting is like my perfect little comfort zone. She had got her yarn stuck.
On the squirrel. How appropriate.
Nice.
I'm not saying anything. So this for me is so simple, and it's this wonderful stockinette stitch, so it's very relaxing, but you have some short rows in there and some shaping, and you always have a color change, so it's the perfect blend of relaxing, chill out knitting without being boring at all.
Right.
So I am really, really loving this pattern. I am loving the design. It's incredibly well written and having a lot of fun with this one. And so and normally I wouldn't think I would be super thrilled with working on a fingering weight yarn on size 3 needles to make a sweater, because that's a lot of stitches and a lot of time. Actually, what you're looking at is 6 Harry Potter movies. So
That's what it's taking you there, or that's what you think it's going to take you?
no, I've already put. Yeah.
Oh wow, you did a marathon.
I did it. We did after Thanksgiving last weekend. I
So
was
fun.
tired, and I took 2 days. And one day, the goal was not to leave my house or get out of anything more glamorous than sweatpants. And
Daily living for me.
and so yeah, I kind of made little notes on what I said. This was a couple podcasts and 6 Harry Potter movies
funny.
to get that far, but it's really fun and pretty potato chippy for such a fine gauge sweater. So that's a pair of socks and featherweight and a Crazy Stripes cardigan, and that's what I've been working on for the last 3 weeks.
When you pulled your sock, I don't know why, when you were talking about the sock, it made me remember what my issue was. When I did my Collie Wobble sock here, cuff down.
Which is by Emily.
Yeah, this is the Emily Estrada Fibertown pattern. I don't normally do cuff down. I have before, but I've been in a thing where I do toe up most of the time. Well, this is a cuff down, so I did it. I did a different heel. Yay me. Sorry, I don't really say that. That's just, I was kind of being sarcastic. Probably didn't know that about me. Anyway, so I get the heel done, I get it to the foot, and I'm like, I should probably try this on to see how it's all gonna work out with my foot and stuff. I couldn't. It was like, I can't get it over my foot. And I thought,
Oh, your cast on was too tight?
well, that's what I thought, yes. And I thought, oh, crud. Maybe this is why I don't do cuff down socks. So I was thinking that frog was gonna be sitting on my shoulder, but I was not happy about it. So I thought, no, I'm going to set it aside. That's when I picked up the off-kilter to start working on that instead, and then screwed that up too. But so I pulled this out again. I was going to just undo the cast on and figure out what to do. Well, then it all came back to me. I had a long cast on of this reddish color, so I decided to weave it in to give me more to give me more red up here. And what it essentially did was like clamp it
Cinch it
down.
up, yep.
So
You lost all your
once I
elasticity.
got that off, it was like, woohoo, I can get it on.
Freedom.
So yes, I was so happy.
Nice.
Relieved, really, was the,
Yes.
yeah, I was very relieved about that.
That's awesome.
So that brings us to weaving in the ends. Speaking of weaving in the ends.
Yes.
So do you have any finished objects,
I
Madeira?
do have my bobble
Yes.
hats.
Yay.
that I've
Oh, you put the
made.
pom-pom
I
on.
did, and
Figure out how to work that thing?
oh yes,
Okay.
but that's the thing. Word of caution: I bought a pom-pom makers from Michael's the other day.
Yeah.
And I made a pom-pom, and I thought I'm just going to make a pom-pom. Well, those things are highly addictive. So that night I made 15 pom-poms. So much so I had a blister on my thumb. My nail the actual nail bed was chipping from the scissors.
Wow.
I think I ruined a pair of scissors because I was, So anyway, be careful if you buy the pom-pom makers because I made a garland. So I made a big garland for my living room. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
It's so addictive. I was digging through all my old stash of yarn, leftovers, getting out all different weights of yarn. I was a crazy woman. And so I used a ton of...
Still got pom-pom.
Oh my gosh, it was crazy. And so I loved it. It was fun. So anyway, this was the first pom-pom I made.
Well, so now when you do your Sunday socks, are you gonna do one with the pom?
Oh. I only do pom-poms on hats.
And garlands.
To me, and garlands. I don't know. I draw the line. I don't
At the
know.
Knitting Bee, there's the cutest wreaths that are all different sizes, different colors, and
so I've
sizes
thought of all
of
those
pom-poms.
different things.
Oh my gosh, this is perfect because now that I know that we're going to have wreaths that are totally blank,
there you go.
which I thought was what we were getting from you. Now I can make sure they're we can
make pom-poms. I'll have a pom-pom making party. But this hat was very simple, fun, and I did it in 2 nights. I did the whatever.
Did quite a bit of ribbing.
Oh yeah, I did the ribbing one night, and then because you're supposed to fold it up, and then the second night I did all the rest of it and finished it. And
I'm going to do more ribbing
so much
then.
Fun. Yeah,
because I was going to stop at a little over 2 inches because that's I thought what the pattern said.
No, it said it's
like 24 rows or something, but I wasn't.
Yeah, I did 24 rows. I did what they said.
Okay,
but I mean, it definitely makes it so you can fold it up. But,
okay, I like,
and it's just Knit Picks yarn. I ordered it specifically for this hat, the colors and stuff, because I liked the colors for the hat. And, so.
The day Leslie posted that on Instagram, Lori had come down. That was Black Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Lori came down and we were hanging out, and we decided, I don't shop on Black Friday. I don't think you guys do either.
No.
But we decided that the Woolen Wares over in Westland would be a safe place to go. So we went over there, really was not going to buy anything. And then she noticed their bobble hat, and I've wanted to do that hat for so long. So
so cute. Everyone's doing it. It's adorable.
It's adorable. It's so adorable. So I got that cast on, and then I didn't even know you were doing it, and then there it was. So that's awesome.
Yeah,
so
and it's a free pattern, so it's it's adorable. It makes me want to do a whole bunch more.
I know.
That's my favorite style of color work too.
Yeah.
It just seems to fly. It's so potato chippy.
And I just have to say, it's funny because people that don't knit, my husband, for an example, he said, after I did it, he goes, so the way you do that, I mean, the yarn just changes colors right where, and it forms that picture.
Wow.
And it's just funny how people think. I was like, no. I said, you got to follow the pattern and, change colors as the pattern, the chart shows and stuff. But it was just funny to think how people, think
the
that don't knit.
minded.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the non-knitters out there. But yeah, I was like, I wish that'd be kind of cool.
Well, that's what my sock
That's
yarn.
why her snowman.
That's true.
If she gets gauge.
Yeah.
If I get gauge. And I
awesome.
realized
You gotta do that.
I know. I realized I have a lot of Christmas sock yarn now. So I'm going to have to choose. And because some of it, really like this one could be a non-Christmas.
Yeah.
It's the Grinch, but it could be a non-Christmas. So I was thinking about the ones that I have, and the only one that I have that's like totally Christmas is the snowman. But that's winter too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then that one mustache one is pretty Christmassy, but I don't think I'm going to get through all my there's no way because it's December something right now, and I never know what day it is. That surprises you. So is that your only?
Well, that and just all the pom-poms that I made.
I'm so excited to make pom-poms now.
They're fun. They're very. I want to get more sizes now. I have 2 sizes, but I want to go get more.
I don't even know if I know where mine are, but I bought them years ago, and Renata knows how to use them.
Well, you were the one that gave me the suggestion. I didn't know how to do it, and I was looking at the directions in the back, and I couldn't grasp what to do. And so Michelle said, "Well, just YouTube it." So I YouTubed it, Clover pom-pom maker, and up popped a video, and within just a couple minutes of seeing how she did it, I was like, "Oh,
you could have been sitting here making pom-poms."
I could have, but I think my thumb needs to rest.
Oh, that's true.
A couple more days. It was bad.
Fair enough.
Bob came home after being gone a couple hours. He's like, "What'd you do?" I was like, I made that garland, and
I made pom-poms.
Oh my god!
It reminds me of that movie Elf when
they come home with a hole.
he's made all those things.
Oh, at the mall. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, but he did it at their house too.
He did,
huh?
he did,
He did it a
yeah.
lot, really. He made a lot of stuff. So you're kind of like a little pom-pom elf.
I guess so.
You're a pom-pom elf. I like it. Got to be known for something.
I guess so.
Alrighty. So we're talking
How
about
about you
finished
guys?
objects.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you saw my hose, and I've never called them that before, but when you did it, I just thought,
Yeah, that's
okay.
what it is. How fun.
My Graham hat, which I have worn the heck out of over the last
Cute.
week.
I like the colors.
This was the Knit Circus Greatest of Ease in a fingering weight, that yarn club that I bought, that I joined, the Four Seasons. This came the other day, and I was like, what they do is they send you your yarn and then a little sheet with multiple patterns that could work
nice.
with
That's
it.
cool.
And so I looked them all up on Ravelry, and this was the one that I chose. And yeah, it was a super
Fingering
fast.
weight?
No, it's a worsted weight.
Oh, I was gonna say that doesn't
Yeah.
look like finger. Wow.
And you knit it on this side in a broken rib. It's a free pattern, so I'm not giving anything away. In a broken rib, and then you wear it. I mean, you could wear it either way, but the pattern suggests that you wear it this way. And yeah, I really have enjoyed having a hat, and it's kind of slouchy, which is good. Because I always feel when
Great
I have
texture.
a beanie on, like I just have this big scrunchy
Right.
thing on my head.
Yeah.
So
I
that.
don't like wearing hats normally either, unless I have my hair a certain way,
Uh-huh.
because otherwise it looks like I'm bald.
Right, I know. Well, short hair, like long hair, people look great in
I
hats.
know. I'm always envious.
But if I put on a hat, I'm pretty much wearing it all day
See,
long.
me too.
Because otherwise
Me
I
too.
look like a
Yes.
reverse mushroom.
See, I was going to wear the bobble hat today, but I was like, I've got to be committed to wearing that hat all day
True.
long today, because otherwise my hair would just be.
Yeah, I know. And I think that's why I like these bigger, slouchier
Yeah.
hats, because then they don't. Well, of course, the thing too, though, is that even though I have naturally curly hair like Melissa's, except that it's really short now, I like
straightened.
super flat hair. And so, yeah, I straighten it and flatten it. I abuse the heck out of my hair. So really, the point being that I can wear a hat and take it off, and all it's
Yeah.
done is help my hair
Stay
be flat. Yeah,
That's true.
so,
That's true.
I'm just too lazy, and if it takes more than 2 minutes, it's not done with my hair.
yeah,
Yeah.
2 minutes. I haven't even got anything dry yet. My artesian is done.
Beautiful.
Just get the pictures up. But yeah, this was
Very pretty.
Romy Hill's artesian. Really a fun pattern to knit. So that was an enjoyable.
Pretty colors.
I was almost monogamous with this, and that's pretty.
Beautiful colors. That's the one that Michael chose, right?
Yep.
Well done, Michael.
Yeah, he did. He did
Ah.
good. And it had the name of
He
that
could
yarn.
pick yarn for me anytime.
Me
He
too.
could pick yarn for you.
Yeah,
He really could.
totally.
And honestly, it's not that I don't like the same colors they do. It's just that, and I love these colors. Had nothing to do with a girl. Remember, I thought that the name of the yarn had something to do with a girl, and I've already forgotten by now what it was truly. But it's in my. It now is in.
you said-
Was
Ravelry.
it Sweet Georgia?
Yeah. Why do they remember things that I can't?
That's what we're here for.
Yarn is my job.
Well, whatever. That wouldn't help my memory. I'm
Yeah.
afraid.
No, actually, it's really kind of funny. One of my regular students that I've had for years, she's wonderful, and I absolutely adore her. Hi, Patsy. She came into class a week or so ago, and she comes in with this entire bag of yarn that she's bought over the last couple of years, and had no idea what she intended to use it for. She's like, okay, this yarn, what was my project for it? So I could go, we found
That's
stuff from
funny.
like 4 years ago that I could remember. You bought this from
my
here, and this
gosh.
pattern. Yeah, I
Crazy.
can't remember what I ate for breakfast this morning, but if it's yarn or a colorway or a pattern name, I'm pretty good.
Okay, I'm like that with music.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It sticks. Don't ask me to remember what I did yesterday or anything like that, but
Yeah.
unless it's what I knitted.
That's funny.
Okay,
So you
doke.
finished 2
That's it.
socks, an artesian shawl, and a hat. You've been
Yes.
busy.
And I haven't really got to knit as much as I normally would because I had my grandson more and been sick on and off
Yeah.
these last few weeks. And
Well, it's hitting that busy holiday time of year too. Everybody's feeling scattered, and we're off our normal routines. And
Yeah, kids are out of school here pretty soon for Christmas break, and
yeah, I
those
had my
are-
son home for Thanksgiving, which was really fun. It was his first time home since he left for college this year, and so yeah, just really staying home and enjoying time with them and trying not to feel pressured to get stuff done has been really, really nice. And after all of that, staying home and not feeling pressured, I have one whopping FO, which was most of the way done. Anyway, so
yeah, but you've
last
been knitting on these
podcast-
huge projects.
Yeah,
so-
I've been working on some
Yeah.
bigger things, and thank goodness I'm not doing holiday knitting this year. So last podcast I showed one of these, and I had lost the original one that I had made and was about ready to finish up the second one. And luckily the coffee shop where it fell out of my bag hung onto it.
Oh,
so
yay.
thank you,
Fabulous.
coffee shop. I called and they're
Crossroads,
like,
right?
oh, yep, Crossroads
Yay.
Coffee. So luckily I have two. So they saved my bacon. And so these are just my own devising out of Malabrigo Rios in the Niebla colorway.
I should make some of those. I have some Malabrigo.
Yeah, and I cast on, no pattern or anything like that. They're obviously a little large for me because I have super, super tiny hands. And then I just kept going and made it so it completely covers up my fingers, but this way.
But those aren't even for you, right?
No, these are not for me. These are going to upstate New York. So really simple, basic knit pattern, just some. So those are done, and those are my only FO over the last 3 weeks.
Understandable.
Wow. I feel like a slacker.
No, when you take on knitting multiple sweaters at once and
Yeah.
you don't happen to have one finished,
I was feeling that way
you're
too,
okay.
but then I was like, Viajant and sweater. Yeah, that's a lot of knitting and a long
Larger
time.
projects. Yeah.
It is. It takes a long time.
Yep.
All right, community service.
All right. Well, I did some damage. I'm sure everyone and his uncle knows that Knit Picks had a major 80% off sale.
80%?
80. It was like 75 to 80% off.
Depending
a lot of
on
those.
what. Yeah.
So it was insane.
I'm always the last to know.
I should have texted
Except
you,
some
but-
things. Some things I'm totally on board with.
Well, I do have to say I got Stacy's yarn, but it doesn't look pretty because I have it in a ball.
Here, would you like to borrow mine?
Yes, do you have it too?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. So, yes. So, Stacy's Mustache Yarn, Bumble Bounce. I got it. Melissa got it. Did you get it too?
I did.
You did too?
I wasn't going to, but I did.
Yeah, so
I
it's
was the
beautiful.
bad influence this time.
Yes, you were.
Beautiful. So, I already have it on the needles, but that's a story for another time. So,
Yep.
yeah.
So
Anyway.
Stacy managed to get all of us with this particular
Yes.
colorway because one of my the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the abominable snowman, they call them Bumble. So Bumble's Bounce.
And that's one of my favorite movies.
Yes,
Me too.
I love it.
So we got it, and just to go ahead and get this one done and over with, this is a new to me base. I've never used her spiffy sock base.
Oh, I
I've
don't know
always
if I
used
have
her
either.
perfect sock.
No.
Yeah.
And
Oh, you
so
got spiffy too? Oh, no, you didn't. You got power sock.
Did
That's
I?
yours. Yes.
Okay. I don't
Yeah.
know what I got. I
Yeah,
didn't even
I've
look.
always
I
worked
got
in her
spiffy.
perfect sock base, and that's how I enabled her. It's like, well, or justify it. We have to try the new base.
Yeah, I had to try
so,
the base.
Awesome.
so that's how we
Awesome.
rationalized that one.
And it's another Christmas. Well, I think it's Christmas, but
Totally.
it's not a Christmas color.
I think it is, though. I
Central
mean, I really
Perk.
do. It's under her Christmas color
Okay,
list.
all
So,
right,
yeah,
all right.
you're good.
Central
You're
Perk
covered.
from Desert Vista Dye Works.
What's it called?
Central Perk. So from Friends, isn't that the coffee shop?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I look at that one and I think winery.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, you've got grape leaves, and there's a
Interesting.
Merlot, and there's a Pinot Noir, and there's a Chardonnay, and
who knows?
I don't think Melissa has a drinking problem, but we're going to get,
I don't have a problem with it.
if an intervention needs to happen, well,
What is in her mug anyway? No.
we've wondered that
Coffee.
before, actually. It's come up
Coffee
a
in my
time or
mug.
two.
So it's her self-striping, and then I also ordered Oktoberfest. This is a gradient from Desert Vista Dye Works, which is really, really pretty.
That one's even prettier in person.
Do you
It
have
is.
plans for that one?
No. No, I don't.
Are you formulating
Are you telling
plans?
me what I should?
Oh, I
tell me what-
could.
tell
I
me-
see
tell
the
me what I
wheels
should knit.
turning.
Yes, but I don't know. I'm one of those people. I'm probably gonna wait till next fall to knit with this because to me it's fall.
It is, but what if you had something ready by fall to wear?
That's true.
With it?
That's true.
I don't know.
That's true.
No,
Or I could
I'm the
start it
same
in
way, though. I
September.
would-
To
yeah.
me, when school starts, that's kind of fall, even though
Yeah.
it's not officially fall. But okay, so
You're
I'll
a
go,
seasonal knitter.
I'll go quick. I am. I'll go quickly through these. I got 2 skeins each of Felici because I love Felici sock. It's like some of my favorite sock yarn ever. So. I don't know if I should
Those
go
are
all the
fun.
colors, but
I'll list them.
Okay.
They're,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they're on the website and stuff
rainbow. Yeah. So anyway, 2 of each of these, and I got some of their tweed, City Tweed DK, which I should have bought more of it because every pattern I've picked up that I want to knit calls for more,
Oh.
and so I might have to go and order some more.
Is the sale still going on?
Nope,
Oh,
it's over.
okay. Oh, that's pretty.
I got Stroll Fingering Coffee Shop, hand painted. Hair yarn, and I did have a pattern
Do you want me
in
to help
mind for this. It's a shawl of some sort that I'm going to do. So I got this to go with that.
Oh,
It's just
cool.
a brown.
Yeah.
And this is one of my favorites I got from them. I'd never tried theirs
That's
before.
from Knit Picks?
Yes.
They've really expanded.
Hawthorne Fingering Graffiti Speckle.
Wow.
Sock yarn. So I'm excited for that
Yeah.
because I love speckle. And it was very inexpensive. Got some of this, which I feel bad, but now I'm like, why did I order it? But anyway, I'll find something. Chroma Fingering.
I have some of that I did it in Worsted. I ordered a bunch of it when I was working at Costco because I was going to make hats for several people.
Yeah.
And now I don't work there anymore.
I know.
But I still love everyone there. I just working didn't really work for me.
I think that's
for them.
it. I think that's it. Yes.
Not because there's anything wrong with them.
No.
Sorry.
No.
I just don't want to be like saying bad things. Costco's a great company. It's
Totally.
just they wanted me there more than I wanted to be there.
Right.
Yeah. So sorry.
So yeah, no, it's good.
Okay.
So anyway,
you did quite a little. Thankfully, the mail hasn't come yet today because otherwise, well, actually, I don't know if it's going to show up today. I did some I kind of went.
berserk.
I don't know what happened. I do know what happened. Etsy, people are like, I have some lollipop on the way.
Oh, nice.
Because I can never get her yarn. I set an alarm and I got some. So, but that'll have to wait till next time.
Yeah.
Got my
So cute.
my Charlotte's Web bag from Little Skein, and it's every bit as cute as you would hope. Super adorable.
I love that bag.
It's awesome. It's
really
just
cute.
it makes me so happy. And my hat is in it with my colors, but I'm just gonna have the picture. I don't need to pull those out. But yeah, it's a great bag. Lots
And
of
who's the
fun.
bag from?
Little skein.
Little Skein in the big wool.
Okay.
And I also got, which I'm not going to pull them out, but some greeting cards and some stitch markers in that order.
She Instagrammed them if you're
Yes.
interested.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'll probably add them onto our podcast here. And I got the same mustache yarn, so I'm not going to pull that out. But then I also got Knitty and Color Twisted Christmas. Isn't that awesome?
That's really pretty. I like
I
that.
love that.
Yeah.
And I don't even think that has to be Christmas. I mean, it's pretty Christmassy.
I think it looks Christmassy.
It's
That's
totally
pretty
Christmas.
darn Christmassy.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one's
Yeah.
going to have to get done. This is Ornaments by Jinx Yarn.
cute.
I love that,
Yeah,
those
that's
colors.
really
And
cute.
that doesn't have to be
No, I
Christmassy.
think that could be anything.
So that
That
could
reminds
wait.
me of the Christmas lights we had when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, totally.
That's
So
really
yeah,
pretty.
that could wait.
Is that one that was self-striping?
They're both self-striping. I think. Actually, I don't know about this one. That's funny. I'll let you know. This might not be.
Okay.
I don't know. I just loved it. Their colors are pretty, and I was just happy to get some. I also bought this thing. It's not a skein yarn, but it's called the. I would be so much more. Oh, here it is. Okay. I was like, I specifically wrote this down because I wouldn't know what it was called. The Daylight Foldy LED lamp. I ended up getting it from Amazon because a knit shop had it. They were out. But it goes like this, and then like that, and then it'll plug into your laptop, or you can you can plug it in other ways. But that's what I do, is I just have it, because my husband is always complaining, or commenting on how when you're knitting, you want some light, right? But if we're in the den watching TV, or wherever, this is so portable. It's just nice to have a little bit of light. So, and this one actually gives me enough light, but it doesn't feel like you've got a spotlight in the room.
Right. Just
So
enough.
it really, I'm really happy with it, because I have probably about 5 or 6 different sources of light to get right on my project when I'm specifically watching TV with him, because he doesn't like a lot of light. This is it. So if you've been looking for a good light for your knitting that's very portable, that was great.
Cool.
I have a little clippy light that I love that a friend of mine actually picked up several of them for Costco from us, and that's my favorite little thing. It's got a little flexible head on it, and
And what do you clip it onto your shirt or something?
If it depends. So normally it sits on the bookcase next to my bed. I can clip it right to the side of my laptop. It goes everywhere with me.
Oh, you have to show me that too. Yeah.
Interesting.
I have some stitch markers from Left Field Knitter, who is Anne Fran 25 on Ravelry, and I'll just show a picture because I don't even know where they're at right now, because I had them on a project, and those are cute. My cat with, I'm not a Starbucks fan, but it's a cat with a big ball of yarn.
Very cute.
And I have a cat, and I have a lot of balls of yarn. So I thought it was cute. So, really, when I show you that, it doesn't seem like I did that bad, but I know what's out there. I know what's coming.
Dun, 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 dun.
And I feel like I've done horrible, but
if you feel that horrible, you can just gift it. It's
well,
the season
actually,
of giving, so you could just.
I have some yarn upstairs from a certain Etsy shop that's gifts for some people I know that I haven't been able to show because, and then some of the lollipop is a gift, and so yeah, some of it is a gift, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So yeah, so really, yeah, why was I feeling like I'd done so much damage? That's nothing.
And Melissa did horrible damage last time.
Yeah. Yeah, so where are you at this week?
Yeah. I'm actually doing pretty darn good. I'm quite comfortable with myself for the last 3 weeks. Yeah, I have a right to feel self-righteous after 3 sweater quantities in a week. My sock blockers came. I actually ordered these when we were at the Columbia Gorge Fiber Festival, and they had just sold out of the size that I needed when I got to the Squire Country Crafts booth. So they just went ahead and let me order them and then made them just for me. Really, really well made. What I really like about theirs, why I chose to go with them, is that I have really small feet, and so most of the readily available sock blockers are too big for me.
Her little feet make me laugh.
Little,
they're cute.
Little gnome feet.
They're cute.
They make their sock blockers in 12 different sizes.
Wow.
So they've got a huge range. They've got the most adorable little mitten blockers and things like that. So you can get to see their stuff at Squire Country Crafts on Etsy. So those came, but those really don't count because I paid for those.
Yeah, you'd claimed those last episode.
Something like that. Yeah, so those don't really even count.
Talking about our taxes. I claimed that on my last
Exactly. You already saw the Bumbles Bounce that I got from Stacy of Mustache. And then at the Knitting Bee, we got a new shipment of Republic of Wool.
Did you get bipolar?
No. Not that I know of. I didn't notice it. I was looking at other stuff. So I tried to be
Why
good.
are my needs not coming before yours?
There was 4 colors that really, really grabbed me when I first got there, and I was trying to behave myself. So I bought Woodstock one day.
Cute.
I just thought that was really, really kind of fun. I just like the colors in that one.
And I like the name. I like the name.
Woodstock. Yep. How can you not? And then, of course, then I have to teach the next day, so I'm back again, and so I got another skein the next day.
What's that one called?
This one's Marsh.
That's really
so
pretty.
it's got these cool greens and golds and blues, and she does a really, really good job on her speckled eyes. So, and that's it. I mean, a few other little odds and ends, like I needed another needle. I was working on something in the needle. Oh, for my my sweater. I was working on the needle that I had been working on a needle that the finish was coming off on the nickel plated needles, and so it was creating way too much drag. So I popped into Woolen Wares and picked up another needle, and so that could go more smoothly and quickly, and various lint brushes and other not very interesting stuff that you really probably don't want to see. So,
but and we'll just show a picture. But Melissa was going to show him a couple times ago and didn't because I was having issues with mine. So to follow up, the clear clogs, the clogs that we got. We'll tell you where. You probably remember where'd they come from. Knitter's Dream or something?
Knitter's Dream in Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
we ordered them online, and those arrived a few weeks
ago. A while back, in
Mm-hmm.
time for me to return them and get a new pair because the size that I needed, she didn't have in women's, but she said you can order this size in men's, and so that's what I did. And I got them, and I hated them. They were like, they were kind of had a blue tint, and they were really stiff, and they hurt my feet. And the whole reason I got them was to show off hand knit socks. So I was really disappointed. Then I saw Melissa's, and they were like a totally different shoe. They were flexible and soft and truly clear.
And very comfortable.
Yeah, so I went on and ordered the next size up, and then I got those, and they were great. They're a little bit big, but who cares? So I emailed her and asked, and she kindly said, "Oh yeah, send the other ones back." So I sent the men's back, and so now I'm happy. And yeah, your socks show up really cute on them, in them. So that's cute. So
Can you put in pictures of those?
I will do that.
Cool. Let's see, what other business do we want to cover? We went through all of our community service.
I did buy a couple patterns.
Oh,
Nobody cares.
mhm.
I bought the Sunday socks.
Oh,
Pattern.
yeah.
Oh,
By
oops!
Shannon
I was
Square.
supposed to gift that to you.
Yeah, you didn't do it, so I
Sorry.
had to go buy my own dang self. No, it's okay. And we were gifted patterns by
Spice Girl.
Spicy
Spicy Homemaker.
Yes,
Melissa.
Melissa, and she gifted me the Cornwall Coast, which is a beautiful shawl
very
pattern. And I can't wait to cast it on. I need to look through my stash for some yarn. And then I also bought the bow hat pattern, cabled. It's actually a cabled hat.
Why?
and
Because it
cowl
has
set.
a pom pom.
Maybe.
The hat has a pom pom.
Actually, my Dear Sweet knit it, and it was super duper cute. And so
did
I
she
was
put
like,
a pom pom on hers?
Yes, she did. Mm-hmm. And so, and I had some yarn that she had bought me for my birthday, and I thought, oh, it'd be perfect for that hat. So I had to go and buy that pattern.
Cool.
So it's a really cute hat pattern, but you also, get the cowl pattern with it. when you
Oh,
buy
okay,
it.
cool.
Two
Is that
for
what's
the price
underneath?
of one. It's just all stapled together.
Oh no, I know.
That's
I
the
just.
Sunday.
Oh, okay. I just saw those
Sunday socks.
stacks of paper there. I wanted to know if there was anything
Yeah,
else.
nope, that's it. So I got those patterns this week.
And what did Spice Girl? What pattern did you
Spicy
get?
Home.
A Spicy Homemaker.
Mm-hmm.
She's a Spice Girl.
She sent me the Paris Toujours pattern out of my favorites,
Oh,
which
cool.
really was really, really touching. I was very, I talked to her a little bit about this, but I had just had a really, really crappy day. And Jenny of the Tiny Paper Foxes podcast started a podcaster pay it forward kind of thing, which is where this originated from. And I just came home from work and logged into Ravelry, and I just got this really lovely note in pattern from Melissa, and it just really, really made my day. It was very, very sweet. So then, of course, I had to pass on a few of those. So I randomly sent out a few other patterns from people's favorites and things like that. Others I passed on that a local to us designer, Bon Marie, things like that. So yeah, I paid it forward a few more times. So thank you for that, Melissa, and also for your very nice shout out on her Podcasters That Rock episode. That was a week or two ago. We also have a few people that we want to say hello to. Nitty Turtle 3. She started down the sock rabbit hole about a year ago. Welcome to the club.
Yeah.
And then ML Gurney, and she doesn't have any local yarn shops, which is, I always forget, we're so spoiled here that we have so many to choose
She the one in
from.
Arizona.
I didn't make a note of that. No.
Okay.
The one who just moved to Arizona was Nana Loves Knitting. She had lived in the Portland metro area for a while, she mentioned, and now lives in Arizona. So lots of good things about Arizona. Not the best knitting climate. Tracy G.H. From Ontario, her Nana taught her how to knit.
Oh.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you that my grandmother tried to teach me and gave up?
I don't remember.
Yeah, my
Wow.
grandmother tried to teach me how to knit, and that lasted all of about 3 minutes.
My mother-in-law
Yeah.
tried teaching me, same thing.
Mhm.
I couldn't get it.
Yeah.
There's a time. You know, it's like that's
Yeah.
your time to learn.
Yep.
And if you try to do it sooner, it just, because I had tried to learn sooner too, and it just didn't work.
Yeah.
Well, I think so. Grandma taught me all kinds of stuff. You know, how to sew and how to make jam and all of that kind of thing. And wasn't ever a really die-hard knitter. My Aunt Barbara was, and she assumed I'm left-handed. So she thought that because I'm left-handed, she had to mirror everything, and I had to do it the opposite. And so that part was really frustrating for her. So that's why she gave up, not because of anything else. Not obviously I wasn't that helpless.
I picture
but
just this little brat that,
It's funny.
We also want to say hi to Brown Bear Knits. She's in New Zealand, so, and she just got a wheel. Her husband's a carpenter. I'm thinking, oh, that'd be cool. Get your husband to design you and build you a wheel.
Heck yeah. That'd be awesome.
that'd be
Yep.
kind of cool.
Cafe Verona. She seems to be a woman after my own heart. She's self-taught. I'm self-taught. She's into hiking and the Adirondacks and running and that kind of thing. So she seems like she's my kind of person. So hello to everybody, and thank you for coming and saying hi and introducing yourself.
Thank you.
So fun to read their people's comments, and
It is. It's very
so
fun.
sweet. It's just feels like our circle is growing of friends.
It's
Definitely.
nice.
Fun.
I love, especially that it's from, like you were mentioning, so many different places.
Yes.
It's really cool.
places I want to go.
Yeah.
Oh, New
Yeah.
Zealand,
Yes,
yes,
heck
and
yeah,
Germany
sign-
and
sign me up.
Scotland, and
Yeah.
it's really fun. I
Yes.
like how it just expands our personal knitting community. And
Yeah.
it's something to be very grateful to be a part of.
Yeah, the knitting community is awesome. The podcaster community is awesome. I just love how it brings people together. And Melissa Spice Girl gifted me the Lily Pilly.
Maker. She's just gonna be Spice
Spice-
Girl. Like
She's my Spice Girl. You're now the Pom Pom Elf,
I guess. Okay.
and
What's
you're
Melissa?
No, moving on.
Ringmaster.
Okay. All right.
Generally speaking, yeah.
We're the monkeys, and you're the Ringmaster.
That's better than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, you are my friend. You know, I reserve mean name calling
We're
for the
crazy-
dogs.
we
For
are
when
very
I'm not
crazy
here.
monkeys.
No, pretty much just say it.
Yeah.
Say it as it is.
Funny.
Yeah, where was I going with that? Lily Pilly. Thank you. And I did.
Yes.
I sent. Yeah. So when you're ready to.
Oh,
pick
that's
that
why,
up,
because when I was going to buy that pattern for you, and then when Ravelry was very, very nice, and when I went to go gift it to you, they're like, oh, she already has this in her library. I'm like,
Nice.
oh.
I'm
okay.
glad to know they tell you that, because I gifted a couple to some other gals, and I went through their favorites, and I thought, gosh, I hope they don't already have these.
Oh, good.
But they must not have, because
Yeah, no, it warned me that you had already had that pattern in your library.
and that
so
was from
very
the other Melissa.
There we go.
Yeah.
Great,
Perfect.
Melissa's great names. Great
Yes,
names.
so thank
like
you.
it.
And yeah, maybe we'll maybe after the holidays and such, we'll all knit those together.
That'd be fun.
You can just leave yours and let us catch up.
Yeah, I think mine officially needs to move into hibernation status until after the holidays.
Yeah.
I still love it, and I still want to make it, but I just have too many other things going on right now.
Don't even think about it.
She's talking to the
He's
dog.
thinking about jumping up. And this is why I call them bad names, because, well, I don't need to go into all the reasons. I do love my dogs, but they're easy targets. Well, he's just a moron. He really is. From day one when we got him, I went to the airport to pick him up, and I opened that crate, and there's this. He just wasn't what I was expecting. Look at it. Poor guy.
Sad.
I just love how she just looks over and points like she's talking to Leslie. No, don't even think about it, moron.
Michelle does it a lot.
I do. When Melissa got here, she comes in, and what did you say? And then I said, shut up really loud.
Oh, I was talking. She's like, shut up.
I know, but it was something you said. I don't remember, but it fit perfectly. Like maybe subconsciously I did want to tell her to shut up.
You good boy.
And the dog just happened to be there, and it just worked out for me to pretend I was
Do you want
telling
to
the
meet
dog.
everybody?
to
Come here, Caesar.
Oh, dear Lord.
This is
All
Caesar.
right.
See, there is actually
All right.
a dog here. Come on, Caesar.
Come on.
Come on, buddy. He's so excited he's shaking.
No, he's like, no.
He's like, I'm never invited.
Exactly. She's
Just
usually,
Should I
She tells me
jump?
to shut up and go
So
away.
maybe if you tell him to jump up,
He's
then
a
he
good
won't.
boy.
up.
Then he won't.
Say
Oh,
that,
no.
Caesar.
Get down.
He's confused.
I know, but that is his current state of being.
Michelle's dog
Always
is
state of being, not just
Perpetually
current.
confused. He's always confused.
a good boy.
Come on.
You're a sweet boy.
Come on.
He's like, what?
Come on.
I can actually come up? What?
Okay,
Look
so
at that.
this is
This is
All
Caesar.
legs.
So do you
This is Caesar's butt.
yeah. Okay, say hi. Okay, bye-bye. Oh.
Bye, Caesar.
Oh, well,
Okay.
no.
Anyway.
Anyway, have a great couple of weeks.
See you after Christmas or before Christmas?
Before Christmas.
Before
Yeah.
Christmas.
I think.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, totally
Yeah.
before.
It'll be
I guess we
it'll be a
said-
special episode.
Yes, it will. We're all about special.
Melissa. We might have scared her.
She looks as scared as Caesar does.
I'm going to go hang out with Caesar now.
Well, anyway, and you don't get to see me do this because I don't even have it with me.
We don't know where it is, so you might have to watch us for the next 4 hours.
Yeah. Thankfully,
kidding.
there's edit.
Yes.
The feature of editing. And I don't think I did that too many times this time, where I clap my hands like a seal in front of the microphone. trying to talk exactly. Talk less with the hands.
Oh, crap. She's going to make that an outtake.
I'm totally going to. No, it's not even out. It's just going to be
That'll be the
there.
title of the episode.
Yeah.
Clap left.
Melissa claps like a seal. Okay. All right. In case this doesn't get edited out, have a great couple weeks.
Bye.
That had better get edited out.